It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Eagles and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 8 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
They go play action with Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Yeah, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Hurts on the option right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Leaves it for Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, it's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Smith. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the Eagles' 47-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his routes, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well on this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Throwing again is Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Smith and Jigba with a grab. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Geno. This one goes underneath to Walker. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard.
A 21-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Penny up the middle. Ooh, the juke. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipas now.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Back to throw, Smith. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Geno now to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 50, it's Smith. It's caught, Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, Smith. Complete. It's Henry. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and they will take the lead here in the So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throwing now is Geno. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here is third down and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Ward to return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
First down, Eagles.
From the gun, it's Hurts. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Inside handoff, Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask allows their teammates to be involved as well.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Smith now to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that. Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. He'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Petty. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but...
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna-Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 2nd down, here's Petty. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hurts
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Dwayne Eskridge. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now Geno. End zone call. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline you can already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles now.
Down 13-9, a minute 56 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw.
Finding Watkins.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
He's back to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
This is 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the focus shifts to the Seahawks offense. Trailing by a field goal. 26 seconds to go. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. Smith's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And they take a knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Eagles, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.